Hi, this is Chris, 24K on Instagram, 24K on Twitter, and 24K _lifestyle on TikTok. Today I'm showcasing my Sega Game Gear, and we're going to go in the bag in just a moment. So we're inside the bag and we have the Sega Game Gear instruction manual. This is original, looks pretty good still. It's a little bit of dust, but that's no big deal. This is for the Simpsons Bart versus the World game, and I actually have that game right here. We'll get to that. Streets of Rage 2. It's kind of cool. Looking good. Again, have that game as well. Then we have T2, Judgment Day. Obviously, this was a huge movie back in the early 90s. This unit came out late 91 or 92. This is a sport variant of the Sega Game Gear, and we'll get to that. So this is the T2 game manual right here. That's cool. Then we have the World Series of Baseball. This was 95. So this was probably 95 or 96 when it came out. The original Sega Game Gears came out in North America in 91. So this was the game that was included in this sports variant right here. That game we don't have anymore, unfortunately. And then this is the RoboCop versus Terminator game manual. Still looking pretty clean. Not too bad. Alright, so here are the games that we still have for it. This is the RoboCop. That's the only one we don't have with the case cover, although a lot of these don't have the case covers anymore. Here's the Streets of Rage 2. Looks pretty clean. The graphics are nice and clean. And then here's the Mortal Kombat right here. This one looks really good. Couple scratches, no big deal. It still plays. Everything's still together. And then here's the Bart versus the World game. There we go. Graphic also looks pretty good on this one. That's nice. So what's different with this unit as opposed to the Game Boy is this had a full color backlit screen. And the Game Boy obviously did not. It was 8-bit. This is a 4th generation handheld gaming console from Game Gear from Sega. And again, this is a sport variant. So it still looks pretty good. Still has the handle on the bottom. I'm sure a lot of these had come off and were gone. This took a lot of batteries. 3 on each side. That would last between 3 and 5 hours on these 6 batteries. And I'm sure many of these units don't have a couple of these battery doors anymore, but we still have the blue one. Came with it. And then on top and the back you had the cartridge slot. So I'll put this one back in there. There we go. And then you had a permanent power source right here and the power button right there. And what was different between the Sega Game Gear and the Sega Master System is that this came with a Texas Instruments chip that allowed you to do stereo sound out of here, whereas the Master System did not give you stereo sound. And this is the cover that goes over the link port to link it up to another Game Gear. And then on the back you have this mounting screw hole, and we'll show you what that's for in just a moment. So there's the handheld unit. It's pretty big. So here are my 2 hands. They basically can hold on to it. Now the Game Boy was much smaller and it was more of a vertical device. This was more of a landscape device. Directional pad and your buttons here. Okay, and then one of the accessories that was very popular back in the day was the Sega Super Wide Gear. So you would attach this and then you could see better with the screen. Even though it was backlit, you still needed to see a little bit more, so they sold this accessory as well. And then you could get the nickel cadmium battery that you attach to the back of the Sega Game Gear. And this is called the Sega Power Back. And this is what's screwed into that mounting hole in the back. You would just plug it in on top. Then you could plug this in, of course, and you could use this either directly to the unit or plug it in and charge it. This was 1200 milliamps, it says right here, nominal, but it's a nickel cadmium, so it probably does not work anymore. And I don't want to plug it in because who knows what will happen. So we're just going to leave that right there. So that's the whole kit. And now we'll show you actually playing a game shortly. So here we are playing the RoboCop versus Terminator game on the Sega Game Gear. You can actually play Sega Master System games with an adapter on this unit right here. And we'll just give you a moment to enjoy the music. It's really neat. Alright, now we'll get to the game. You can actually adjust the brightness on the side. So that's kind of neat, so you can see it a little bit better. What was great about this, and none of the other units at the time, was it was backlit. And 4,096 colors it could reproduce. So there you go, Sega Game Gear, and we have RoboCop versus Terminator. Please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate positive comments and, of course, thumbs up.